Hey guys, it's me Vishnu, and today we're talking about Netflix's zombie horror film Betaal. Betaal is a four-part mini-series that was directed by Patrick Graham, the same guy who made Ghoul, and this other director Nikhil Mahajan. So, long story short, should you watch Betaal? Well, if you're a zombie film fan, don't. If you're a horror film fan, though, definitely don't. Because I have grown up watching both zombie films, horror films, playing zombie and horror games, whatever, basically a lot of scary shit. So I have a deep, lasting love for that shit. But watching Betal, I felt like I was getting hit in the face repeatedly for trying to sit through this 4 episode, whatever you want to call it. I went in after hearing a lot of bad reviews about the series, and I tried my best to be neutral when I was watching it. I tried to go in thinking, you know what, ignore those things and just go with what you feel. And I really tried to find things that I liked about the series. It's got a few really funny moments. It's got some genuine moment, one or two moments where you actually feel something for the characters, and you feel like, wow, okay, this person is relatable for a moment. But all of that is overshadowed by its awful direction, its terrible script, its god awful acting, and from a pretty good cast, by the way, and just generally like horrible makeup for the zombies. Betaal is also produced by the guys who made Get Out, Upgrade, The Invisible Man, which is Blumhouse Productions, and Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chillies, whatever media house. Which just goes to show that no matter how many big names you have, you can still horribly fuck up a really good movie concept. Like, it could have been really great. But the core problem with Betaal, and I'm going to narrow it down to one single sentence: it takes itself too seriously. That could actually fix the whole movie, in fact. If they stopped taking themselves so seriously, the movie could have been great. It could have been a really good dark comedy. And there are really good dark horror comedies, like Shaun of the Dead. It's really funny. It's one of the best zombie films ever made, and it's right up there with movies like Dawn of the Dead, Wreck, and Zombieland. It's definitely right up there. So the problem is Betal takes itself way too seriously, because one of the few parts in this series that's actually enjoyable is the comedy. Like, it's kind of unintentional seeming in some parts, and in some parts it's outright campy, but it works really well. I mean, there's a scene in this movie, web series. Actually, who gives a fuck? There's a scene in Betal where I want to say no spoilers, but this series is so goddamn awful, you're probably not going to watch it. So there's a scene where he loads up a cannon with a fuckload of like bullets and stuff, and he fires it at a British zombie army. And before he does that, he says, "This is called a hard Brexit, motherfucker." I mean, fuck, what an amazing line. That, and in that point, you actually feel it. You actually feel like, fuck, that was so cool. But all of this is overshadowed by the absolute bullshit nature of the direction and the way they showed all the horror scenes. Nothing scary, is nothing disturbing, and some of the people's acting is just terrible. I don't want to pinpoint names here, but you know. Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. So, yeah, Betal takes itself way too seriously. But if it understood that it was slightly cheesy and campy and went with it, and like accepted that it could be a dark but funny movie, it would have been great. People would have actually liked it. It would have gotten good reviews. Like, look at Go Goa Gone. It's not perfect by any measure. It's one of India's first proper zombie movies, but it's damn funny, and I would totally watch it even just for fun. Like, that's the thing. If you can't scare your audience with your horror movie, try to make them laugh. Like, there's this beautiful movie, this is a really good movie in this 5-part anthology called Phobia Part 2. It's a Thai horror series. It talks about, the fifth movie in that is called In the End. And In the End is about basically this film crew that it's shooting a horror movie, and it doesn't know whether one of the characters who's playing the ghost is dead or not. And it's a very, very funny movie. And so that was one of Betal's strengths. Like, it actually got its laughs quite authentically. And if it had just made itself and marketed itself as a zombie horror comedy, dude, people would have loved that shit. People would have eaten that shit up with like they would have eaten it up with like fucking seconds and like a serving of fuck yes, give me some more. So, long story short, Betaal could have been amazing. And I'm only saying this because I heard all the bad reviews and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. But Patrick Graham, the director, has fucked it up and failed on so many fronts that even the few moments of brevity and levity, is it brevity or levity? Levity. Even the few moments of levity are completely overshadowed by the absolute terrible nature of the direction, the makeup choices, the acting, and the fact that the script sounds like it is written by a 4-year-old who saw someone draw a zombie for the first time in their life and was like, I want to do that. And then they went ahead and did it. And they didn't edit it or check it and just published it. And they were like, yeah, this is going to be a movie. So yeah, Betaal could have been great as a dark comedy. As a zombie horror film / miniseries, it is awful. But you can watch it if you can't find anything else and you really want to watch something that's just that you don't feel like focusing on, yeah, you can watch Betaal. But if you want better zombie films, I can recommend a few. Like there's Wreck, which is a great movie. There's Shaun of the Dead. There's Dawn of the Dead. I'm going to do reviews about all of these in the coming videos. So on that note, I'm going to take your leave right now. Make sure you smash like. If you didn't smash like, smash it right now. And make sure you subscribe because subscriptions really help. And at this point, since I'm just growing, when you subscribe, it makes a huge difference. Also guys, I forgot to record this line when I was opening and doing the intro initially. But yeah, smash that subscribe button and smash that like button because it makes a huge difference. And since I'm just starting out and growing, at this point, all of your support means a lot to me. And I really appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash that like and smash that subscribe button right now.